Hey there, Thomas here from JustLogin. Thanks for joining us for the next 20 minutes as I go over our HR cloud services including JustLeave, JustClock, JustPayroll, and JustExpense. JustLogin has been around for 20 years and is one of the world's first HR SaaS providers. Our data is stored on Amazon Web Services. This, in conjunction with our ISO certification, means that your data is secure. Our clients range from companies with 2 to 3 employees to clients with over 1,000. This just shows how configurable and scalable our system is. But first, let me go over our modules. JustPayroll is our core module, followed by JustLeave and JustClock, which integrate directly into JustPayroll. JustLeave also integrates into JustClock, and the reimbursements from JustExpense and JustBenefit also are added to JustPayroll. In the web portal, you'll put in your company name, ID, and password. You can also log in via SingPass as well if the company is in Singapore. When logging in, you'll be able to see all of the modules you are enrolled in. Being enrolled as a staff with Super Admin, you can view a list of all of the employees in the company. Furthermore, you can add new users. Here, you'll fill in all the details including username, join date, and at the bottom you can decide which modules to enroll them in. Additionally, you can also give them admin rights. You can have as many admins as you would like in the system for each module. Once you've set users up, it's time to go to the first module, JustLeave. Here, staff will be able to see the dashboard. As a super admin, you'll be able to see additional tabs here for reports, administration, and configuration. At the top of the dashboard, you'll see any pending approvals, upcoming leaves, the last leave you've taken, and next public holiday. And at the bottom, you'll see a calendar. Here in blue are the public holidays for each country, and in yellow is the pending approvals and approved leave. You can also view staff calendars, and here you can configure so that you can see everyone in the company or only those in your specific department. To apply for leave, all you have to do is click Apply Leave, select which leave type. If you're applying for sick leave, you can make it mandatory for your staff to upload doctor's notes, before or after. And on the right, you'll see the balance. Here, it's important to note that you can set up leave as earned leave or leave entitlement. And then you can see the remaining balance as well. Over here, you can see the 2 levels of approval. Here, there's only one approving officer, but you can set up a second one if you so desire. After clicking Submit, your admin or approving officer will receive a notification and email. In the email, they'll be able to see any other staff taking leave at the same time to prevent understaffing, and they can directly approve within the email. Once they click Approve, you'll receive a notification that your leave has been approved. Back in the leave dashboard, you can view your leave summary. Here, you can see the annual leave, annual brought forward, and sick days. If you go to table view with more details, you can see how many annual brought forward leaves you're allowed to take each year and when they expire. As an admin, you can set these limits as well. Staff can also request off in lieu time. Say one of your employees worked on New Year's Eve. They can request time off and put worked on New Year's Eve in this box. Once they hit submit, it will follow the approval flow, and once approved, will automatically be credited to their leave balance. Child details are relevant only for Singapore. As long as you put the youngest child in the system, it will determine how many child care leaves the employee gets based on the child's nationality and age. In the Administration tab, admins can set block leave if they need to apply leave on behalf of the staff. In Adjustments, HR admins can credit and debit leaves for any certain circumstances. They can also process leave encashments, especially for those who are resigning. When you choose leave encashment, you can select how many days you would like to convert to leave encashments, and then click Submit. For transfer leave balance, you can either set up manual or automatic transfers. Here, you can set up how many days employees can bring forward, and when they have to use those days by. Now, let's move on to the payroll module. Here, employees can view their pay slips after putting in their password while admins have access to all the remaining tabs. The employee can view their different payslips based on month and year dates. Here, they can view their pay, CPF contribution, and any additions or deductions. We keep data for 5 years, so for any housing, vehicle, or credit card loans, your employees can simply download their payslips by themselves and submit. The same goes for their tax documents. Employees can view, download, and print their IR-8A forms. Staff can also view their payroll yearly reports and can also view past years as well. This shows the breakdown of each month and their pay. Staff can also view their salary progression throughout their past. To run a pay run, HR admins will have to click Pay Run Dashboard and follow 3 easy steps, which include preparing the payroll, processing it, which includes generating CPF and bank files, and then posting the payroll and downloading or selecting any reports for budgeting, forecasting, or any other analysis. You can go in to process any leave items, including no pay leaves and leave encashments. You also need to process any OT hours, which will be then transferred to payroll. To start a new pay run, all you have to do is click here, select the month and year you'd like to run the pay run for, select the employees, decide if you want to keep manual payslips or automatic. Here we'll do manual just to show, and the payment period. Once the payroll is processed, you'll see any failures that you have to go back and fix and any pending for approval. So in the pending for approval, you can view the details and either accept after making sure everything is okay or reject to rerun it. So here you can click approve, and that payroll is approved for that employee. To generate bank file, all you have to do is click generate bank file, input the necessary information such as your bank account number, branch information, etc. Hit generate file, and then take that file and upload it to your online banking portal. This file works as an instruction to tell your bank how much to release for each employee, so that you don't have to do this for each individual. You just have to upload this once and you're pretty much good to go. CPF works quite the same. Input all the necessary data, click generate file, and take it to upload to the CPF board website. We also have seamless and automatic integrations with third-party accounting systems such as Xero and QuickBooks Online. All you have to do is click integrate with Xero in the system, ensure the pay elements in JustLogin and the GL codes in your third-party accounting are aligned, transfer, and then it will transfer automatically. After you run the payroll, we have many useful reports for you to use, including monthly detailed reports showing all of the important information from that month, as well as yearly reports like this one detailing all of the different pay elements, the breakdown for each month throughout the entire year. This is quite useful for finance and accounting offices to prepare budgeting and forecasting. The next module I'm going to share is our time attendance module, JustClock. Approval Central is for approving officers to approve timesheets, and the rest is only for administrators. Back to the dashboard. Staff can clock in and clock out in the dashboard. They can also do this in the mobile app, and companies can implement kiosk mode as well. Staff can see their clock history here, submit timesheets, and request overtime. In the top right, the accumulated hours for OT will be displayed, and bottom right, the upcoming shift. Staff can also view their scheduled or planned rosters below. Up next, we'll go to roster. As an admin or supervisor or group admin, you're able to manage your staff roster. For a repeated shift, you can create new shifts by going to Shift Setup, click Create New Shift, input the details, select the start times, end times, break times, and which days you want to dedicate as rest days. So here, let's use Saturday and Sunday as an example and save shift. After creating the shift, you can go assign it to staff by clicking Shift Assignment, selecting the employee, the shift name, start date, and end date. Click Save. For our dynamic shifts, we have importing functions as well, where you can upload files here and click Import. Let me quickly show you how to clock in and out via the mobile app. After selecting Clock In, you'll take a picture If you're outside the designated geofencing area, you'll receive a notification and so will your admin. You'll still be able to clock in so the system can take note of your time. Face recognition function is also available. As you can see here, I am not Caitlin, so it created a violation as I clocked in for Caitlin. And here you can view the photo that was taken in addition to GPS location. Here in monthly detailed reports, after selecting the criteria you would like to filter for, you can generate the report by clicking go. And here when you view the report, you can view detailed records such as the standard working hours, late, under, and OT, which then can be transferred to payroll. Now, I would like to show you how our mobile app looks like. This is the mobile app dashboard where you can view accumulated hours, total and overtime, latest clock in and clock out times, upcoming shifts, which is tomorrow at 8 a.m., your latest payslip, any upcoming leave, and colleagues who are also on leave today. You can also view notifications here for payslip releases, approvals for leave, and you can also filter it by different modules. You can directly apply for leave on the mobile app itself by selecting the leave type and which days you would like to request leave from. You can add any remarks you'd like, holiday, attach any photos or documents, and click submit. In the leave module, you can also view your leave summary, leave history, and leave approval to our admin. You can view your leave summary, leave history, and leave approval. In the app, you can also view your roster, as well as the schedules of everybody else in the company if it is configured to allow you to see them. There you have it for the mobile app. Next, I'm going to share about our expense module, Just Expense. Welcome to the Just Expense mobile app. You're able to see the dashboard, how many unreported claims you have, the submitted and unsubmitted reports, and below you'll see the recent expenses and reports. To add an expense, simply hit the green camera button below. Take a picture of the receipt and then save or upload. After scanning, you'll be able to see the audit trail of any changes made in exact times, and thanks to the optical character reader or OCR, the system is smart enough to capture the date and amount. From here, you can add the expense category, which we'll put as meals and entertainment. You can edit the date and amount if the receipt is old or hard to read. Then select the tax rate. We'll choose GST 7% for this example, but you can have different ones. You can add a reference number or description and then add this expense to a specific report. Reports allow you to tag multiple expenses into a single report to submit for approval. To submit a report, select one. We'll choose July Entertainment. Make sure that everything's correct, and then click Submit. Afterwards, you'll be able to select an approver, and then it's submitted. Approving officers will receive notifications via mobile app and email. Through the mobile app, you can directly approve or reject submitted claims right away. To view notifications, click the top right bell icon where you can view submitted claims, pending approvals, and updates. Now, let's head to the web portal version. Welcome to Just Expense dashboard. On the left-hand side, you'll see the menu bar. Users and approving officers can see the dashboard and claims, while administrators can see admin, configuration, and reports. If you're an approving officer, you can see how many claims are pending your approval, while users can view how many unsubmitted reports they have. The expense summary shows the dollar amount of unsubmitted reports, pending approvals, and those waiting to be reimbursed. You'll be able to view all the reports you've submitted before in the report summary. Here, you can see the report name, number, status, submission date, and amount. To add a new expense, go to Expenses and click Add Expense in the top right corner. You can do single or bulk. We'll look at single first. Here you can select the category, date of purchase, reference number, and description. Then you can add the amount, select the tax rate, which you can actually configure based on your company policies, and then you can tag it to a report and then click Save. For bulk expenses, this is what it looks like, where you can add all information for multiple expenses and then add them to the reports. So here you can select the categories, date, reference number, description, amount, tax, and then you can also attach pictures here. If 5 expenses are enough, you can add more. You can add it to a report. When you want to submit for approval, click Reports. This will be all the submitted reports with all the statuses. You can add report here as well. In approvals, the approving officer can come here to approve or reject any submitted claims. You can click here for more details, where you can see and review the expense claims. You can also see the audit history here as well below. And here you can directly click Reject or Approve. Now let's go to the Administration tab. Administrators are able to see a list of staff. They can set approving officers and forwarding officer. There's no limit on how many levels of approval you can have. Next is configuration. Here you can decide whether or not to use the online exchange rate, which is openexchangerates.org, where it will update automatically based on the rates on there, or you can use your own by unticking this box. If you use the automatic online exchange rate, this will dynamically change as when the rates on the website change. And each company can set your own base currency, and you can allow staff to submit the claims in different currencies. Next on is categories. Here, administrators can edit the category names, add an accounting code and pay element, and eventually you'll be able to export the report from JustExpense and import into any accounting software. Our expense is integrated with payroll, so you can transfer any approved expense to payroll for reimbursement purposes here. Keep it ticked if you'd like to do so. Last but not least are reports. For expense reports, it will show all the submitted reports from the staff based on the dates you select. It will show the report number, name, submitter, status, date incurred, and amount. In Expense Summary, you can view a more detailed report. Here you can view details of all claims by expense categories here. You can also filter by employee, expense category, and expense status. Then here you can see expense category, the accounting code, employee name, statuses, before and after tax, and everything is exportable to Excel. There you have it. Try out our new and revamped JustExpense module. With that, we have 4 channels of support. Thanks for your time today. Now it's your turn. Just log in.